Hello, and thank you for your interest in this 2022 Yukon. This is in the SLT trim, riding on 20-inch polished chrome rims. Now that you've had a little bit of a look at the side, I will go ahead and show you the sticker a couple of sections at a time. If I move on a little too quickly, feel free to pause the video and linger. I'm going to go ahead and show you the rear passenger cabin before I put all the seats down. So you've got this middle row, very nice leather armrests, access to its own climate control system, and a power outlet. Let's go ahead and move to the back real quick. So, in addition to being able to use the remote start on the key fob, it also comes in handy when dealing with the back door. If you double tap this guy, you have your glass pane open up, which is a handy little thing if you just want to throw a couple of groceries in there really quick or anything like that. And even cooler, you can also open the actual bay door. It's a very convenient thing. Once you're inside, you have this little bit of cargo space here, but if you need even more, you can click these two buttons and that folds down, and then the button's even closer to the second power outlet. You just double tap them and those seats fold down too, giving you all the room in the world. And when you want to close that bay door again, you can just double tap it. And there you go. Go ahead and make sure you have another good look at the side as I walk around the front. And let's take a look at the driver's seat. First thing I'd like to mention about the front of the car is the fact that it does tell you that you have a Bose sound system, which is just fantastic, believe me. And then you have powered seats with the lumbar support. Let's go ahead and hop in and I will run through the controls real quick. This is just your parking brake, lane departure warning, parking assist, auto stop on and off. This turns on all those household outlets I previously mentioned. This here is the traction control. And then this is one of the coolest things about this vehicle. This is a 360 view of where you're at, which is really good for showing off how bad you parked a car in a video. Moving on. Down here you have your 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. You can select it to automatically shift in between. And this is a really thoughtful feature. This is called terrain mode. It's only usable when you're in 4-wheel drive. And all it does is it still automatically shifts for you. It just keeps your vehicle in the lower gears for as long as it can. Really helpful for if you're, say, pulling a boat out of some water or something like that. And then below that you have this little knob, which is the drive mode. You have your normal, which is just the most economical way to drive around, especially when paired with the 2-wheel drive. Sport mode just makes everything a little bit more responsive, a little bit more fun. Off-road for when you're off of roads. And tow haul for towing and hauling things. I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to normal. There we go. And I believe that does bring us to the steering wheel controls. So, this is just cruise control. This is another really cool feature, very modern. This is the gap adjust. So there are sensors up front that gauge how far away the vehicle is from the vehicle in front of you, and it automatically adjusts the following space so that you're not having to constantly turn your cruise control on and off. Let's back out a little bit. This is how you navigate that center screen. There's a couple of different menus. I won't stay here for too long. I do want to just demonstrate that you can change the layout entirely. In a second, you'll see how very different that is. I like progressive. That's just my opinion. I just feel like it actually uses all of the space on the screen there. In addition to that, you can change the info that is displayed in each cluster. So you have everything from a compass to what your transmission fluid status is. Very, very cool thing. Keeps you very informed as to the status of your car. Go ahead and back out of that now. And there we are. All right. This is pretty self-explanatory, but this is how you put it in drive, neutral, reverse, that sort of thing. Down here you have your climate controls. Auto just makes it very, very simple. You just set the temperature and it regulates itself, fan speed and everything. This makes it to where it syncs up the rear's climate control to the front, so that if you're, say, about to pick somebody up and you want it to get a little cooler back there, you can do that and it'll be nice and cool by the time they get there. This is your heated and ventilated seats. And then you have your Type-C cable and then your Type-A USB cable port, as well as your old school cigarette lighter. Even more charging ports and a very generous amount of space in the center console. That brings us to up here. This guy here moves the sunshade. This slides the glass panel. This tilts it. This is pretty cool. Very, very thoughtful thing here. This makes it to where you can choose to have your bay door all the way in the back, open up all the way, or if you want it to not go above the top of the car. That way it can't hit anything above if you're, say, parked in a cramped garage or something like that. And I'll go ahead and just give you a view of the back from up here. Oh, another pretty cool thing. You have these buttons here so that you can do that. Very thoughtful thing. Makes it a little bit easier to, just maintain the vehicle and pick people up a little bit quicker, that sort of thing. It's more just a convenience feature. And I believe this will be the last thing I'll show you. This is called Android Auto. Now, if you're not familiar with what Android Auto is, it's basically just the next level up from, say, standard Bluetooth or having an aux cord. It makes it to where, after you've set it up, you can have your Google Maps, your Waze, your Spotify, all of that synced up to your phone. You can also make calls. You can have the system read your text messages for you and everything like that. And that was the setup. It's fully functional now. Just have to give it some more permissions, that sort of thing. But we're good. That's it. Now, if I missed anything, or if you just want more information about anything in this video, feel free to drop me a line. I will gladly come out and reshoot a video. My name is Justin, and I am at the Hendrick Cary Auto Mall, all the way in the back at the Buick GMC Cadillac section. Thank you for your time.